Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Prophet series. He was thrown into a well by his own blood, wrongfully imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, and yet he never stopped believing in the dream Allah gave him. Now, forgotten by the world but remembered by Allah, destiny begins to turn, and the same Yusuf who was sold for silver is about to rise like a gold. This is part 2 from prison to power. Previously, in part 1, a boy saw a dream, his brothers betrayed him, a well became his prison, a palace became his trial, and when he chose honor over temptation, he was thrown into a jail again. But that wasn't the end, that was the setup. Let's continue the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, the most beautiful story ever revealed in the Quran. Even in prison, Yusuf alayhi salam remains honorable, calm, composed, and full of faith. His character and taqwa make him stand out among the inmates. Two prisoners, troubled by their dreams, approached him. One says, "I saw myself pressing wine." The other says, "I saw birds eating from my head." They beg for answers. Yusuf alayhi salam begins not with the dream interpretation, but with the call of Tawheed. Yusuf alayhi salam said, "Would you prefer many false gods or Allah, the one, the dominant?" Then he interprets their dreams. The first man will be freed and return to serving the king. The second man will be executed and birds will eat from his head. Both came true, exactly as Yusuf alayhi salam said. Yusuf alayhi salam gently asked the freedman, "Mention me to your king." But the man forgets, and Yusuf alayhi salam remains in prison for years. One night, the king of Egypt has a dream that deeply unsettles him. 7 fat cows eaten by 7 skinny cows, 7 green ears of corn and 7 dry ones. No minister, no priest, no advisor, none can explain the meaning. Then the freed prisoner remembers there was a man in prison, Yusuf. He interprets dream with the truth. The messenger runs to Yusuf. Yusuf tells us the meaning of the king's dream. But Yusuf doesn't rush. First, he seeks truth before freedom. Go back to your master. Ask him what happened with the women who cut their hands. He wanted his name cleared in public, to show his innocence to the world. The king gathers the women. What happened when you tried to seduce Yusuf? The women confess, "God forbid, we saw no fault in him." And the wife of Aziz says, "Now the truth has come to light. It was I who tried to seduce him. He is truly among the truthful." The king is amazed by Yusuf's knowledge, dignity, and purity. He calls him personally and says, "From this day you are honored and trusted." The king summons his people, and in front of the public, he says, "Indeed, I have seen 7 fat cows being eaten by 7 lean ones, and 7 green ears of corn and 7 others dry. O my nobles, explain to me my vision if you should interpret dreams." None of his advisors or magician could explain it. And then he asked Yusuf alayhi salam to interpret. Here's what Yusuf alayhi salam said beautifully and clearly. "You will plant diligently for 7 years, and whatever you harvest, leave it in its spikes, except a little from which you eat. Then will come after that 7 difficult years which will consume what you save, except a little of what you have." Just interpret, he gave a plan. Work hard for the 7 good years, don't waste, save everything, leave the grain in its spikes, it will stay fresh longer. And then Yusuf alayhi salam says to the king, "Appoint me over the storehouse of the land. I am trustworthy and knowledgeable." Thus the boy, who was once sold for coins, now becomes the treasurer of Egypt, managing its wealth through the coming crisis. Just as Yusuf predicted, 7 years of prosperity come, and the people harvest and store under his command. Then the famine begins. People from across the region, including Canaan, where his family lives, flock to Egypt seeking food. Among them are his own brothers, the same one who threw him in a well. They arrive in his court but do not recognize him. Yusuf alayhi salam, now a respected leader, recognizes them immediately. He treats them kindly, gives them food, but tells them, "Next time bring your youngest brother with you. If not, you will get nothing from me." The brothers return home and convince their father, Yaqub alayhi salam, to send Binyamin with them. Reluctantly, Yaqub agrees after they take a firm oath. They return to Egypt, and this time Yusuf warmly welcomes Binyamin, his full brother, privately telling him, "I am your brother. Do not be sad what they did to me." Yusuf plans a final test. He places a king's cup in Binyamin's saddlebag. As the caravan leaves, a call goes out. The king's cup is missing. A search is done and the cup is found in Binyamin's bag. The brothers are shocked. "He has stolen? That's impossible." Yusuf says, "According to your law, he will stay as a punishment." Now they are panicking. They plead, they cry, but Yusuf holds firm. One of the brothers refuses to leave. He stays behind, promising Yaqub alayhi salam he wouldn't return without his brother. When the brothers return without Binyamin, Yaqub alayhi salam is heartbroken again. He cries so much that he loses his vision, but he says, "I only complain of my sorrow and grief to Allah." He still believes, still hopes, still prays. When the brothers come again, broken and desperate, Yusuf alayhi salam can't hold back anymore. He says, "Do you know what you did to Yusuf and his brother when you were ignorant?" They freeze. "Are you Yusuf?" "I am Yusuf, and this is my brother. Allah has truly favored us." They fall into silence, ashamed and fearful. But Yusuf alayhi salam, with a heart full of forgiveness, says, "No blame will fall on you today. May Allah forgive you." The same words the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would say later in Makkah to the Quraysh who tortured him. This is prophetic mercy. Yusuf gives his shirt to the brothers. "Take this shirt, cast it over my father's face. His eyesight will return." As they approach Yaqub alayhi salam's house, he says, "I smell the scent of Yusuf." They cast the shirt and his eyesight returns. The entire family travels to Egypt. Yusuf receives them with tears and joy. Then, just as he saw in his childhood dream, his father, mother, and brothers all bow to him in respect and honor. "Oh my father, this is the fulfillment of my old dream." The sun, the moon, the 11 stars had finally bowed. As Yusuf alayhi salam stands at the height of his life, he doesn't speak about his success. He speaks about Allah's mercy. "Indeed, my Lord is subtle in what He wills." And with full humility he prays, "My Lord, you have given me a portion of knowledge and made me settle in the land. Take me as a Muslim and join me with the righteous." Yusuf alayhi salam saw a beautiful dream as a child. But before it came true, he faced betrayal, slavery, and prison. Every big dream comes with a big test. Be patient. Your well is the only beginning of your rise. Wisdom is greater than power. Yusuf alayhi salam had the power to punish, but he chooses to forgive. He had the truth, but he still waited to prove it the right way. Control over your anger, ego, and desire is the mark of true greatness. Choose wisdom over impulse. Allah honors those who wait with integrity. Even in prison, you have a purpose. Yusuf alayhi salam called people to Allah even behind bars. No matter where you are in life, even if the world turns its back on you, you still have value, a voice, and a role. Never underestimate where Allah places you. Forgiveness is the highest power. Yusuf alayhi salam forgave his brothers when he had full authority over them. Forgiving those who hurt you doesn't make you weak, it makes you like a prophet. Mercy brings more honor than revenge ever could. Every loss brings you closer to Allah. Yaqub alayhi salam lost 2 sons, cried until he went blind, but he never gave up hope. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel broken, but never stop hoping in Allah's mercy. Your pain can bring you closer to Jannah if you bear it with sabr. Allah's plan is always better. From a well to caravan to a palace to a prison to a throne. The road may be confusing, but Allah never wastes a moment of your life. Every heartbreak is stepping stone to something greater. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Jazakallahu khair.